Hey guys, welcome back to the Shintaro Higashi Show with Peter Yu. Today we're going to talk about Cardio Judo, and this video is sponsored by ShintaroHigashi.com. Please go check it out. We have 3 instructionals out right now, the most concise instructional ever made, Uchimata, Tomonage, and Seiragi. Okay, so let's check that out,
Nice,
ShintaroHigashi.com.
nice.
And today we're going to talk about Cardio Judo.
So yeah, Cardio Judo. This was actually a suggestion from our patrons.
Yeah,
There was actually a huge discussion thread about what this is. So basically, um, think of boxing, but cardio boxing. You're not
mm,
really sparring, but you're like there
yeah,
to get some workout. So
yeah,
Ricard started the whole thread, and then Alistair there, Roger, JD all chimed in on how they
nice.
would teach
JD's the
this type
man.
of,
Yeah,
yeah, like kind of, it's like, yeah, so people who just want to get a workout but not necessarily want to spar, kind
yep,
of like how they do it at cardio boxing. So
yeah.
how would you structure that class?
Okay. So
Yeah,
first and foremost, to all the haters that are going to be like, "Oh no, everyone should do
yeah.
randori. That's the heart of judo." No, seriously, like look at boxing, kickboxing, rumble boxing,
Right.
all these different boxing gyms out there. What percentage of people actually spar?
Dude, I went to those. It's fun. You don't have
It's
to box.
fun.
You
You
don't
don't
have to
have to
spar.
box. Yes, if you're like a hardcore boxing gym, yes, right, and that's what you're known for, and that's what you're doing. But majority of gyms that you go to, kickboxing gyms, a lot of those places don't spar. You know,
Even
and
hardcore gyms, you can have a separate class for
you can
people
have
who
a
don't wanna
separate
spar.
class, yeah, for
Yeah.
people. And you know what? If you want to have a Tuesday, Thursday hard sparring class, right? The people
Yeah.
who are coming in to just like, oh, I just want to get working out and hanging out and hit pads and break a sweat, like those people are going to pay the bills. Those people are going to
Yeah.
keep the lights on because majority of people fall into that category.
Right.
Why shouldn't judo have the same? You know
Right.
what I mean? So this is the idea. Okay.
So, how would you.
Uchikomi is
Uh-huh.
a cardio exercise.
Yeah.
Okay. Osotogari is a great exercise, right? You
Uh-huh.
pull, you're balancing on one leg, you have to tighten your core. And even uke has to engage his core the whole time.
Right,
But the
right.
intensity levels are varied. And when you're actually doing it, it's a little bit more in terms of like output for energy than when you're taking it.
Mhm.
So you go 10 and then 10, the opponent goes 10, that's your rest time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to kind of cater the drills towards this. If you
Mhm.
go Osoto, when you swing your leg up really, really high, right? It could be like a 2-for-1 sort of exercise where you're doing a hamstring dynamic stretching
Right,
exercise. You
right.
see what I mean? So you're yeah.
Nice,
It's like
nice.
no different
Yeah.
than leg swings when you're doing
Yeah.
it in ballet and dance, right?
Right, right,
So you
right.
go 10, the other person goes 10, we switch right left with 10, and the other person goes 10,
Mhm.
right? And then when you come out of those Sotogari,
Mm.
you can put your hands out and then get a nice shoulder stretch, a lat stretch. Okay, so that's another element.
Right, right,
Shoulder
right.
stretch, lat stretch, come back up. Otodogari, swing your leg, hamstring stretch, right? And then you repeat this.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of the beginning.
Mhm.
You know what I
Just,
mean?
start with Osotogari, maybe.
You can start with Otodogari, right?
Uh,
And then you could go into other drills,
uh-huh.
like double leg into a lifting sort of a thing, but it could be like a body lock into a lift.
Uh-huh. Oh,
See what I
instead of
mean?
going all the way down
Yeah.
to the
So it's
knees.
like a
Yeah.
much more shallower, like lunge into a lifting,
Yeah.
right? Like a
Yeah.
lunge into a split squat, lunge
Yeah.
into a split squat, right? But the range of motion is a little bit more limited.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So like you could make that a little bit more of an intensive exercise, and you could vary those between like footwork drills,
Mhm.
right? Like quick ochi, turn throw, quick ochi, turn throw. You see what I mean?
So
So now you're doing a very, very drill focused
right.
judo thing that's sort of choreographed, right?
So to me, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but it kinda sounds boring to me.
It is
Like, it
boring.
just but
What
how do you make it
cardio isn't boring though?
I guess, but, like, how do they I'm trying to think of how, cardio boxing classes are structured. Like, to me, it was like I was, like, huffing and puffing, so that's why I didn't, like, have time to feel bored, I
Oh,
guess.
you will be huffing and puffing if you keep the
Okay.
body moving doing these kinds of drills. The
Right.
most egregious offense a lot of the times when you're doing Uchikomi when you're trying to get cardio workout is when the
Yeah.
other person's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
gripping the gi
commenting.
wrong.
Yeah.
Let me show you how to where your pinky goes. No, 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 no. Focus on the toe. Let me show you. Let me show you. You got to do it like this. That's the most egregious offense, right? So
Right.
there's no talking. You know when you go into like a cardio fitness class, like
Yeah.
in the gym, and I told you guys, I do this classes all the time. Market research, right?
Yeah.
There's one voice in the room,
Just the instructor. No
the
one
instructor.
comments. Yeah.
No one else is talking, right? And the drill is guided.
Uh,
It's guided, right? And then it's the energy of the room from the leader that's the key. If the sensei is like walking back and forth, sit down, hangs out, check his phone, like taking attendance, which I'm at fault of doing because I'm running a business by myself solo. Not by myself, but like, a lot of the
yeah.
times, all the guys who were working earlier, sometimes gone, right? At
Right,
one.
right.
But like if you're the leader in the room and you're like, hey guys, okay, let's go now. Tsuchikomi, let's go, keep it going. Very nice, Johnny, very nice, Peter. That kind of a thing, right? And a very encouraging, positive atmosphere, right? And then it's like you throw in these cues, like, hey guys, encourage your partner, let's go, push. Okay, we're going speed drills, like when you're running your feet really fast, right? Like when you do
Yeah, yeah.
football.
Yeah,
Chop your
yeah.
feet, chop your feet, father, he posts tonight, boom, right? And then your partner's like, come on, let's go. You got two when you're breathing. I can't breathe. Down for 10 push-ups, go. And like encourage your partner, come on, buddy, you can do it.
Oh,
Right.
I see.
And then
Yeah,
now all of a sudden you have a partner, you're in it with him or
right.
her. And
You
you're
can
pushing each other, right?
you can do the body push-ups, whatever, like slapping the hand together.
Yeah, and you
Every
throw some competitive elements to it.
yeah.
Okay, look at your partner. Want to do push-ups, touch hands, push-up, touch hands, cross hands, right? That kind of a drill.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now you got upper body, right?
Mm,
You got some like cardio stuff, footwork stuff,
right.
hamstring stretching stuff. And then you could do even like partner rows
Yeah.
where you're sort of standing in a deadlift position. You grab each other's sleeves and then you do a row. Where you're like
Oh,
in
yeah,
between the
yeah.
leg. You've seen me do those. Those are
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Right? And then you kind of superset it. All right, guys, we're doing, Ippon Senagi, lift, down into a deep squat, 5 to each side. That's 10 bodyweight squats essentially with a partner on your back,
Right, right.
right? And then you go, okay, we're doing partner push-ups together, 10, bang. All right, rows, boom. Leg raises, get down. And then it's a constant motion sort of a thing,
So
but this is the thing. If you're going to run classes like that,
yeah.
you have to take classes like that to see how it's
So say
structured, see how
right.
it's right. Because you can't be like, all right, guys, bring it in. Let's see this new technique that we're going to do. Right. You have to be able to keep the people moving.
Right. It takes practice and bit of talent too. Can't just like well, how do you run these things? Do you
No,
have this no?
not
We-
really. No, sometimes I
Yeah.
could. I've done it for like,
I remember, yeah, you did
yeah,
it with the beginners. Like you used to, I don't know if you still split this class between beginner class and then advanced.
somewhat. It depends on like how many people are in the room. A
Yeah.
lot of the times I do these kinds of exercises at the end, at 5 minutes at the very
Right,
end,
right,
right?
right.
Because you want them leaving like breathing hard, doing this, right? And you kind of want to
Yeah.
like, after they're fully warm, you want to like,
Yeah.
make them leave like, oh man, I got to go to exercise.
Right.
So I make them do like Ippon Senagi burpee. Ippon
Uh-huh.
Senagi burpee. That's a great drill.
Yeah.
Coming hot off the floor, you're training explosivity. You give them
Yeah.
a little bit of reasoning too, like why are we doing this drill?
Yeah.
Right?
Because you gotta
Exploding
when
off
you're
the
under
bottom.
it, yeah,
Yeah, exploding off the bottom from push-up position, bang, right up to your feet, diving in, turning real
Mm.
fast, come back out, go back down, right?
Uh-huh.
That's really hard. Do 10. Very
Yeah.
difficult, right? Other person goes 10. All right, catch your breath,
Right.
3-person Uchikomi, that's a good one.
So do you ever like is it just a time constraint like that you can dedicate classes like to cardio judo, or what do you recommend to other dojos? Do you think they should do it? They should have this type of cardio
Not
judo?
really. I think
No?
what they should do is have a beginner class
Uh-huh.
where you need all the elements.
Right.
And if I were to ever like really consider franchising something like this and like
Yeah.
making an actual system,
Yeah.
right? You would have to need to like lay it out minute by minute and then create sort of structure in the classroom,
Right.
And you can't give the instructor, whoever it is at the dojo, freedom to sit there and talk 40 minutes about
Right.
their shitty Ojigari. No, seriously, I've been in those
Yeah.
classes many
Right.
times. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
They can't answer any questions. When you ask a good question, they're like, you're
Yeah.
just not doing it hard enough. Because they don't fundamentally have the understanding either a lot of the time. I'm
Right,
not trying to shit
right.
on every judo teacher out there. There's good
Yeah.
teachers out there for sure.
Yeah.
Right. But like some people aren't there for that. You
Right.
need to pepper in all these different things, right, that cater to majority of why the people are there.
Mm. So you
You know what I
can't
mean?
it's not a good idea to just throw in a cardio judo class because it needs to be systemized and
It does
You
need to
got
be systemized, but if you get good enough at running it, you could
yeah,
roll out of bed and do it.
yeah,
So there's this boxing teacher at Equinox who like I like peek into her class every now and then. She's great.
yeah.
Is she a boxer? Not by any means.
Oh, she's not even a boxer. She's
No.
like a fitness
She's a
instructor.
she's a cardio boxing coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She kind of has the look, right? She's like in
Yeah,
shape. She has the hand wraps and all this stuff.
yeah.
And when she's like doing, hey, 1, 2, uppercut, like it looks like boxing,
Uh,
but she's not a boxer.
right, right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But she's done it so long and she's so good at it that she can just
Mhm.
come in and make it up. Like there's no planning, no nothing. She just like looks at the room, reads the room, see how many people are there. And she has her core group. Okay, let's pump the music. Okay, this is what we're
Yeah,
gonna do. Forward 2 steps, back 2 steps, jab, 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 cross, jab, side step lunge, move to the side, like all this stuff. And she's good. She can do
uh,
this in her sleep, dude.
right.
Right. But that's like very dependent on her skill.
Uh-huh.
If I were to roll out like a national judo curriculum,
Uh,
you can't just be dependent on how much judo they know because
right,
everyone
right.
knows judo at a different level. You see what I mean?
Mm,
So if I were to
yeah,
package like a judo cardio class, obviously anyone could reach out to me,
yeah,
through shintarohigashi.com. You know, we're all in a very niche sport, right? I'm
yeah.
available. It's not like, oh, let me try to ask Mahomes, after winning the
Yeah.
quarterback, like, how do I throw a football? He's not even accessible, but we're doing judo here, right? He's very accessible. So you guys can reach out to me on the website,
Right.
shintarohigashi.com, you know? But yeah, that's what I would do, man. I would sort of see what the needs of the class are and pepper in maybe like a 10-minute warm up specific to judo. That's the biggest thing, right?
Uh,
And sometimes it's like when I'm greeting people, talking to people, I'm kind of lazy about it. I'm like, all right, hey, you run warm ups, you run warm ups, and let them
yeah,
do whatever they want. It's 10 minutes
yeah,
anyway. Who
yeah,
cares, right? But in a perfect world, if everyone rolled in 5 minutes before class, you can't expect this in New York City because everyone has very, very difficult work schedules. So,
yeah,
I just don't expect it at all. I don't require it at all.
yeah,
But if you're living in the suburbs, you have a class that starts at 7 p.m., everyone drives, everyone gets off
yeah.
work at 5, then you should expect people to come in a
Early.
timely fashion, right?
Yeah,
But if I had a room full of 20 people that were there all on time, we all do the lineup, everyone stays for an hour, that's what they're there for. They know exactly what they're going to get. That first 10 minutes is going to be a sports-specific workout,
Mm.
right? Stretch that leg, dynamic stretching, right? Maybe
Mhm.
even like taking double legs down the middle, but like going really slow to stretch that calf, stretch that
Uh-huh.
hip flexor, that kind of a thing. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So now you're constantly moving. The first 10 minutes is not hard cardio. It's
Right,
low intensity cardio, but it's dedicated more so for mobility.
right, right.
That'll be the first 10 minutes, right?
Uh-huh.
That'll be the first 10 minutes. Maybe some break fall drills. Okay,
Yeah,
down, get back up to your feet, technical setup. Down, get back up to your feet, technical setup. You have another 5 to 10 minutes of that. Okay.
uh-huh.
And then you do some slightly acrobatic stuff like rolling,
Right, right.
cartwheels, because that's cardio heavy too. The
Uh,
issue with Zempo a lot of the time is like, all right, guys, we're going to go down the middle. And then half the class is standing on the sideline.
right, right. Because it takes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And, it's partially a safety thing too.
yeah.
But you could do it the shorter length of the dojo too, right? So it's like
Mhm.
managing that space, using that space properly, efficiently.
Mhm.
That kind of thing you can do
No
also.
downtime so that everyone
No
can
downtime.
keep
Yeah.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah. And I like the idea like Gary at Kano, he does a
yeah,
lot of that. Like when you're doing Randori and then not everyone can do Randori at once. If
yeah.
you're standing on the sidelines doing push-ups and jumping jacks,
Mhm.
I kind of don't like it because it's distracting,
Right, right.
right? And you don't want anyone doing push-ups from the sideline. I mean, they have like sort of an outer area, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Uh, and I kind of want those guys to be focused on watching, you know?
Because yeah, that could be educational
Yeah.
too.
But when
Yeah,
I'm doing Randori, this is a judo fit, judo cardio situation.
yeah,
Okay. So then we do literally maybe 2 minutes of quick instruction, but the instruction can't be like, all right, guys, circle in here. All right. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start off in this grip. We're going to do this, do that. No. Right.
you just show and
It's not all right, guys, keep your feet moving. This is what we're going to
yeah,
do. Right foot goes first. Left hand goes there. Bang. Right. Hand on, hand two, move, squat, the side, go. Right. So it's like looking real quick. Let's go. Keep the body moving. Keep your legs running.
it's not about getting the techniques done really, just like showing people what to do. Just
Yeah.
and
And
then
then you make small corrections because everyone's doing
yeah,
the same drills. Okay. For
yeah,
instance, like, like when you're boxing, you do a combination, right?
yeah,
It's like a 1-2 hook, right?
yeah,
A duck, flip,
right,
right?
yeah,
When you're doing the ducking, you're like squatting down and getting a leg burn,
right,
right?
right, right.
So maybe you're exaggerating that duck because
Yeah,
you're
You
getting a
want
leg
the
workout. You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
burn more calories, right? So like you're doing these kinds of things. Like look inside. Look, this is how you want to do. You want to make a U with your head. You want to go really low. Feel that burn in your quads and your glutes. Go ahead. Okay, guys. Like, and then you make it small corrections. Hey, go a little bit lower, Johnny. Hey, Sally, very nice work. Let's keep the legs working. Let's keep the legs moving. All right, switch side. Blah, 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 blah. Like that kind of thing.
What would be the equivalent in
Mm,
judo? That's kind of like quick combination and dog. I mean, I feel like boxing in a way it's easier to conceptualize.
Yeah, I mean, fake
The,
turn, Ochi, right? And when you lock in Ochi, you hop 2 or 3, bang, 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 bang. Okay.
yeah.
Now you're getting a balancing leg workout on the one side. And this is the thing,
Uh,
when you're doing judo, you develop a huge asymmetry and imbalance
right.
because you're balancing on one leg all the time.
Yeah.
My hip mobility on right and left, very, very different.
Yeah.
The way both
Same.
of those legs move, very, very different. It leads to tons of back issues.
Yeah.
Okay. But if these guys don't have to develop one side skewed to turn the other side, and
You
if
do
it's a
both
judo
sides.
cardio,
Yeah.
it's both sides.
Yeah.
Oh, you never do both sides in judo. Like, okay, why? Right? you know, because you can't really, whatever, right? But it's like, no, but what if these guys are here to learn judo and do cardio?
Right.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
Yeah. So maybe Ochi both sides and then
Yeah,
hop,
but
hop,
it's like
hop.
a quick fake turn Ochi. Bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang. Right?
Okay.
That kind of a thing. Right? How about this one? You push the person back, literally with 2 hands. Right? 2 hands back to the wall. And once they get to the wall, you turn around, lift them senagi, and then you walk over all the way to the other side. You do a squat.
Oh, okay.
That's a great exercise. Come on.
Like even
Yeah.
do the ippon serenage style.
Then you
and
turn,
carry
and then you
people,
do it
yeah,
again. Right?
with
Push,
the
push,
left
push, push, push.
side.
All right, guys, give your opponent a little bit of resistance. And then, some
Yeah.
people give too much resistance.
Uh-huh.
And like, George, come on, man. Like, the guy can't even move. Like, give him a little bit less. And then, somebody just like flying across the dojo. It's like, no, give him a little bit more. And you're giving those feedback, right? So then you go push the person back half, and you're getting leg workout.
Or you can do the like lift the uke kind of squats down and then the tori pulls him up to standing like to get the back workout and stuff. Okay, I see. I get the idea.
Yeah, and that's the idea, man. And then you could bring it down to Newaza.
There was a cardio. How would that work?
Make some very funny sexual jokes, but I'm not gonna. You set me up for that.
You jarred it off. You jarred it off.
I know. Yeah. No, basic stuff. Quick passing drills, over under stuff. But those are a little bit more,
I guess you could do like the swinging, bottom,
yeah,
what's it called? Like bottom armbar drill. Like you go back and forth swinging around.
a little bit technical though.
Oh, is it?
A
Oh,
little
I see.
technical for a lot of these guys. But like spinning drills. All right, guys,
Yeah.
getting referee stance, spinning. And
Like from
yeah.
wrestling, like yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing. You can go a little bit more technical. The issue with a lot of that stuff is like really looking at the room and seeing who needs help, right? If you have
Yeah.
a bunch of new white belts who've never done any of this stuff, you're gonna spend too much time learning it. So
Right.
you gotta teach a very, very, very basic version of it.
Right.
Okay, guys, we're sitting on an opponent on their chest, hand comes up, you push down, you turn, and you sit.
Hmm.
That's juji for you, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's juji so much more than that. But that's a drill, right? How about this one?
Yeah.
Udagarami from bottom and close guard.
Right.
You have to do a sit up. Go
Uh-huh.
back. You got to do a sit up the other side, and then the person on top just has his hands on the floor. Now you get an
Right.
ab workout. When you put a bunch of these together, these little exercises, right? That's
That's
easy to
right.
coordinate. Most people can't
Yeah.
even do a sit up, right? Like I don't want to say
Yeah.
that, but like a lot of people can't do a sit up, and then this is a great exercise for them. And then we're not talking about finishing mechanics or like how to scoot your hips out.
Yeah.
We're not really. We're just working on the first piece of the movement. That's a good exercise. You get them to do that, you're good.
So you think this type of class can be used as a funnel to the more traditional judo class, I guess?
It could be, and it could be geared towards like, all right, separate sort of, it could be doing that, or, guys who are in the room who are advanced guys who need to lose weight, for
Yeah.
weight management. We have a couple of guys now who are trying to lose weight and make weight.
Yeah.
It's such a big piece of the puzzle,
Right.
If they're doing judo 3-4 times a week and then they'll need to make weight because they're competing in a certain weight class or they want to get down to a certain weight class, like why shouldn't you have days where you're working on skills and drills while also working on cardio, burning calories? It's a 2-for-1.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like it's really for everybody. Like, well, who wouldn't benefit from that?
I
Judo
see.
guys. You know, can
Right,
you do
right.
hard judo randori 6 days a week? 99%
No.
of the people
Yeah.
cannot. I can't anymore. I'm so
Yeah.
old. You know, I can't.
Yeah.
I just don't. I do maybe 2 days a week now of hard
Yeah.
randori, and that's plenty for me.
Uh-huh.
You know, and still I'm in pain all the time. You know?
I see. I see. Well, so
Yeah.
it could be a good addition to your dojo's program. This type of
Good for the
drill.
program, good for the
Yeah.
moms, good for the dads who are, you know, a little bit out of shape, right?
Yeah.
There's things you can do, modify that. Right? If your knees hurt, you don't have to drop to a knee for any of those
Yeah.
drills. You know, you could go a little bit more shallow. You could grab a lighter person. You
Mhm.
know, you could do lots of different stuff with this, you know?
The important thing is that you can't just run it. Like, you have to really do your research and think about the drills and the movements, and then
I got to tell
develop your
all the
skills.
judo
Yeah.
coaches out there who are
Yeah.
running judo classes, take a soul cycle class. Seriously.
Yeah.
Take a yoga class, take a ballet class, take a dance class, take a hip hop class. See how they interact. See what the energy is like in the front of the room. Take a class and then say, like, you know what? Maybe this guy sucked. Maybe this
Yeah.
guy's good. Let's see
Yeah.
what the average is.
Right, right. You can't
Right?
just judge, from one instructor, I guess. You gotta try
Yeah,
to.
maybe that instructor's hungover that day and having a bad day. You know, you never know, right? But once you take enough of these classes, you're like, wow, dude, I take these dance classes, right? Like jazz
Yeah.
dance or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's 90 minutes long.
Oh, wow. Really? 90 minutes.
90 minutes, dude. Yeah, they keep your attention for 90 minutes
90 minutes.
doing these movements. Most of it is drills and skills and, you know, cardio,
Right.
right?
That's right. Well, that's a feat. Like, 90 minutes is not a short time.
90 minutes,
know?
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sometimes bored, but then, you know, there's always something interesting, right? Because they're
Right.
teaching it, you're moving it, and there's beautiful people, chicks in there.
It's
It's great. You know, you like develop a little bit of friendship, you know,
Yeah.
hey, can I follow you? You know, like, all that kind of that's fun. No, but it's a good time, man. It's a good
Yeah.
time. You got to go do it. Seriously.
Yeah.
How would you know if you've only had one judo instructor your whole life, or two judo instructors, or maybe a jiu-jitsu teacher? Like, that's the norm. You know, you got to pull from all
Yeah.
these other things that are very successful. You know, you go to a cardio kickboxing class in the morning on Tuesdays, you know, right after drop off for kids at 9:30 at Equinox, dude, there's
Fills.
47 people in there.
Oof, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the
Exactly.
class rolls out and there's like 54. It's nuts,
Yeah.
though, dude. 11 a.m., right? Noon, and then it dies off. Maybe noon's not so much, right? But there's like 3 classes back to back, you know? 3 classes in one day back to back.
Yeah.
You know, more than most of these dojos, you know, their entire membership
Right.
roster. Seriously, that's nuts,
Yeah.
you know? On these 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., like, you can't even find parking at some of these places.
And this is how, that's kind of gives the financial foundation for
Yeah.
your real quote unquote sparring classes, I guess. Like, if you want to really
yeah.
run that, yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
can't,
I'm a
yeah.
big idea person when it comes to this, and then
yeah.
Randori really isn't for everybody, you know.
Right.
It is, and it's this toxic stuff, masculinity stuff, or even
Yeah.
like this survivor bias, combat
Yeah.
athlete
Yeah.
nonsense of like everyone needs to do it, you know. And I used to think like that too, you know. But
Right.
now the older I get, you know, I'm thinking to myself like, wow, if more people did judo, it would be good for the sport for all of us.
All of us. Yeah. That's
you know,
right.
develop an industry behind it.
Yeah.
Think of it this way, guys. If you have a dojo for 100 people, right? And
Yeah.
now you're on the successful side. Let's say even 50 people, right?
Yeah.
You had 200 more new members doing
Mhm.
judo cardio. Think of what you
Yeah.
can do
Right.
in terms of like infrastructure for the gym, hiring new good people to drive more business. You could pay
Yeah.
for ads. You could upgrade your mats. You could even like sponsor a competition team with that money.
Right. I think that's the key. Like, it's,
Yeah, we need to drive judo forward
Yeah.
by doing things like this. Yeah.
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 All right. Well, guys, I think the big thing here is that we shouldn't look down on these things,
Nope.
like, oh, it's not like, oh, it's not hard judo,
Open
it's not
mind.
real judo. Yeah. But there's a reason why this is so popular. Like, make sure, go and take these classes. I've taken them. They're really fun. You
Fun.
can at least get a workout if you don't like them. But yeah, cardio judo, guys.
Cardio
Give it a serious thought. Anything else, Shintaro?
Nope, that is it. Thank you,
All right.
guys. ShintaraHigashi.com. Please check it out.
Yeah. Oh, and then if you guys want to chat with us, the best way is to sponsor us on Patreon
Yep.
and join us our Discord server. All right. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.